Hey everyone, this is Brooke.
And Brett.
And today we have a video for you. He agreed to come on camera and answer some questions that you guys ask us. And I have a friend, her name is Shop Nola on Instagram, but her real name is Anna, and we're really good friends. And she asked, why doesn't Brett come on the camera more often? And could he possibly answer some questions from us? So that's what we're going to do today. Thank you so much, Anna, for the request. And I think she has a lot of questions in there, and we're just going to get started. So the first question comes from Lux Lab Life, and she asks, how did he propose? Also, how does he feel about your love of luxury and pink goods?
Proposed at after a performance of Romeo and Juliet at the American Players Theater in Spring Green, Wisconsin. Used a book like this where I put the ring in a carved out little hole that was in the book. Brooke was wondering why the heck I was giving her a book, and she didn't figure it out until after she opened it up.
Yeah, because I really, really love Shakespeare, and we went to see a Shakespeare play, and afterward he gave me a book, and it looked, I think it was an antique book, and I went inside the book, and first thing I noticed was a hole was in it, and I was like, why is he giving me a book where there's a hole in it? But then at the bottom of the hole there was a ring, and it didn't take me long after that to figure it out. So that was how we got proposed. He was on one knee, he was very romantic, and it was all good. And I get a book to save. Okay, next question. Oh no, there were more questions. So also, how does he feel about your love of luxury and pink goods? So how do you feel, Brett?
Well, it's okay. It's like she enjoys it. That's the most important thing. It's not my cup of tea necessarily, but it's hers.
So good. Okay. The next question comes from Numi Jules, and she asks, what does he like to do with you for date night?
We tend to be pretty informal on that. A lot of times it's just a movie and going and get a bite to eat someplace. Yeah,
movie and dinner, or dinner and a movie. That's what we usually do for date night. So, or just go out for a drink.
Yeah, sometimes that too.
Yeah, whatever we can fit in. So the next comes from Shopping with Passion. Hey girl, and she says, Brett, what's your favorite bag that Brooke has? Maybe point it out or describe it, because I know you won't know the name.
Well, there's a couple bags that we have picked out, or I picked out anyways. One is this one, which we bought for the our 20th wedding anniversary, and I think she got that in Chicago, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And then this one I like just because it looks different than most of the other ones that are more the traditional LV style.
Okay, so just so you know, the first bag he picked up was my Montaigne BB and monogram, and this one is my very precious watercolors Speedy 30 in watercolor and the white print. So yay, love those. Thanks, honey. Okay, the next question comes from Miss Jasmine Hopkins. How did you two meet, and how did you know he was the one? Oh, so the first question's for you, and the second one's for me.
Brooke used to live in near downtown Milwaukee. She lived near a church that we ended up meeting at because I started going to that same church. So that's where we met. It was at that church.
Yeah, I basically picked him up. I saw him sitting. You guys have heard the story before. I saw him sitting a few rows before me. So one week I mustered up the courage and I sat in his row. And then we had to pass what we call a friendship folder. So we would have to pass it to each other and get to say hello. So that's how we met. How did I know he was the one? Well, he put up with me. And
well, I matched your list too.
Oh yeah, that's right. I had a list because I had gone through some other relationships, and by this time I'm like, I need a list. I need criteria for the next person I end up with, and I had a list of 21 things. And when we first started dating, I realized that I was checking things off the list. And then by a few months into it, I realized that my whole list was checked off. And I said, yeah, he was the one. And I still have that list somewhere. I should bring it out and see if you still...
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen the list.
I don't know if you've ever seen the list, and I got to see if you still make the cut. Okay, so thanks for that. The next question comes from TV Lucky, and she asks, yes, how does he feel about your love for everything pink? I think you're going to get this question a lot.
Sometimes it can be a little overwhelming, but I've helped make it work for her also, like painting our bedroom pink and painting furniture that she's had made, painting it pink for whether it be in our bedroom or down here or in her office at work.
Oh, yeah. And he made this table that you see behind me in all my videos. He made that and he painted it pink. So he contributes to my obsession. So don't let him make you think he's innocent. So, okay. The next one comes from Shop Nola. And this is my friend Anna in Minnesota. Okay. So she asks, what does Brooke do that makes you laugh really hard? What does she do that drives you crazy? And what's an inside joke you two have? And tell us one embarrassing story about her. Oh my gosh. So what makes you laugh really hard?
Brooke tends to act very silly a lot, especially with the boys and such, but makes up her own songs and dances and stuff like that, I guess.
Yeah, you all think I'm pretty serious, but I do have a silly side. So... It does come out around the house. What does she do that drives you crazy? What do I do that drives you crazy?
I don't know if there's anything real specific. It's just like...
I can think of one. You just mentioned it the other day, that I'll walk past the garage where the recycle bin is to put my water bottles, my empty water bottles, on the kitchen counter rather than going to the recycle, and then he has to take them to the recycle bin. So
yeah, it's a longer distance for her to put it in the kitchen than it is in the recycling bin.
But it's cold out there.
Oh, that's true. It's
I don't
pretty
want to
cold
go out
right
there.
now.
I don't want to go out there. Okay, so what's an inside joke that we have? Do we have an inside joke?
I can't think of any. But,
no.
Probably can come up with one, but not at the spur of the moment.
We have inside words. Like, I'll say something and he'll know it. Like, he makes up words all the time. He'll read something and then it'll say book, but he'll say look. And we call that per tell because it's something he did a long time ago. And then weasel.
Yeah.
If somebody's really wigging out and going nuts on something, we'll say they're going weasel. And then the only two Spanish words he knows are...
Te amo.
Te amo. Yay.
And what's the other one? Oh, those are the two words.
Yeah, those are the two words. Te amo.
Yeah, what's the word for look? Because that one always catches me too.
Mira.
Yeah, mira. Sure.
I'm always telling him, mira, mira. And he's...
That's about it, though.
That's what he knows. Okay. So, and then one more for her. And I'm only letting you ask this many questions because you're my good friend. But tell us one embarrassing story about her. Do you have an embarrassing story about me?
I don't know if I have an embarrassing story. We've talked about how the fact that you snore pretty loud, which luckily it doesn't affect me much, but she does snore loud. And
I snore. I actually have sleep apnea. I need to treat it.
Yeah, I have to wake her up about once a night to tell her to roll over because she's not breathing right. But.
Yeah, so I snore, but it's not my fault. So the next question comes from Accessories Junkie, and she asks, what has been your favorite vacation spot?
For me, I really enjoyed Kauai, Hawaii, but I also enjoyed Paris, too. Those are probably the two places I've enjoyed being the most.
Yeah, we went to Hawaii for our honeymoon, and the island of Kauai was so beautiful. We took a helicopter ride over the... What are those?
Waimea Canyons.
Waimea Canyons, and it was just so beautiful. It was a great day. And then Paris, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's with pink2paris. Yeah. Our first trip to, well, his first and only, and my first trip to Paris was back in 2000.
Was it that long ago?
Yeah, it was 2000. We went to London and Paris.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that was a great trip. We have to go back.
Yeah, definitely.
And people ask why I travel alone all the time. Do you want to tell them why?
Well, I guess the short answer is somebody has to be here for the boys.
Yeah, somebody has to take care of the kids. Get them to school
and feed them and such. And the cat, too.
And the cat. They like things like food, so that's why. Look here. The next question is from N3PAS. N3PAS, and she asked, what is Brett's job? So what do you do, Brett?
I'm an economist, kind of analyze the Milwaukee economy and see how things are going around here.
Yeah, he's been on his job for
33, almost 33 years.
33 years he's been on his job, so he's a long timer. Not like me who bounces around. Okay, the next question comes from She da cat, I don't know. And she asks, when did you know you were in love?
Oh, it was pretty quick. I don't know that there's a specific moment or day or, weeks in from whatever, but we definitely had chemistry right away, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. And the other thing is, we've been together for a long time. We've been married for 21 years now, and we were engaged for a year, and we dated for a year before that. So it's been a long time, but I think I knew like right away that we had chemistry, and we could talk for hours, and we had a great time together and all that. But it also was my list. You passed the test. No, you can't have a test for love, I guess. But sometimes you fall in love, but it's not always good for you. You have to, make sure that it's right. And not only was it love, but it was right. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. It was good. Okay, but it was pretty soon for me too. Okay. Good. Okay, the next question comes from Simply Stacy B. And she says, can you tell us a little about your wedding day and honeymoon destination? Oh, okay. Well, we started talking about the honeymoon.
Yeah, I guess I don't know that there's any. I mean, it was all memorable, obviously. It was a very nice day. It was, early October, but the numbers, or the temperature were very nice that day. I guess I remember we had a coach ride on a horse-drawn wagon from where we had our wedding versus where the reception was, which was maybe 5 blocks away or something like that. What was the horse's name again?
Ryan.
That sounds right.
Ryan, I think. Yeah, so instead of taking a limousine ride or a car ride or whatever from the church to the hall, we did a horse-drawn carriage, and it was a white carriage, and the horse's name was Ryan, and it was very nice and very elegant, and our photographer got a lot of good pictures of it. So if I find one, I'll pop it up so that you can see, but it was really nice. And honeymoon, we already talked. We went to Hawaii. We stayed for a week, and we visited 3 islands. Oahu, the Big Island, and Kauai. So 3 islands. We were always on the go. Did a lot of tours, and it was a lot of fun. It was his first time in Hawaii, my second, and it was just beautiful. So we need to go back. Yeah, that would be great. Okay, and that was it from Instagram. But I forgot to tell you that there were more questions on Facebook, because I also posted this there that they could ask me questions. So there's just a few there. So let's go to Facebook. All right. Okay, so there's 3 questions on Facebook. The first one comes from Sherelle Gerard, and she asks, does Brett have any LV pieces for himself, a wallet or a card holder? And the answer is? No, I'm not much of a designer person. I'm more of a Walmart person. Yeah, more of a Walmart person. No, he does not have any luxury goods. And if I bought him one, he would probably make me take it back. That's just not his scene. It's mine, and he's okay with that, but it's just not for you, right? Well, she got the LV bag for our anniversary, and I got my Swatch watch. So Swatch watch is about as stylish as I get. But. Yeah, that Swatch is about as name brand as he gets. And that's okay. We still love him, right? The next question is from Denise Douglas, And oh, Denise says, no questions. I just love the love. Thanks, Denise. The last question comes from Tisha Gibson Rock, and she asks, what challenges, if any, have you had being in an interracial couple? Ooh, so we're going to end on a deep note.
I don't know. Brooke might have a different point of view. I don't remember anything being much of an issue, frankly, but I'm sure some minor things have come up, but I don't think anything major has.
No, nothing. And you would think that, you know, we're not in a really super small town or anything like that, but Milwaukee is pretty forward thinking, and we don't have any issues. None at all. I thought maybe it would be a little tricky raising kids from that were biracial, because, you know, how do you answer what they want to identify with? And it hasn't been an issue at all. I never notice anything from other people. And nowadays it's much more common than, I guess, 22 years ago when we first got together. So I can't really remember what it was like back then. But for now, it's just like, I don't even think about it. I don't even think about being in an interracial couple. It doesn't even dawn on me. Just like, he's Brett and I'm Brooke and we're together and that's it. So
yeah, I feel the same.
Okay, so those were the questions we had. Thank you so much to my very handsome guest here, Brett. And I hope that you come back for another video. You never know when he's going to pop up, right? And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do so. I would love to have you as part of the pink2paris family. So all you have to do is hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, and you'll never miss an upload when I post a video. And I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll be back soon with another video. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.